All right, we are back with the Cultivator Draft League Season 4 Initiate Division quarterfinals and semifinals review. It is your mod squad here. It is Helix and Kelpo.
Hello.
All right.
We're back.
Yeah, back. I know at this point, week 9 hasn't been uploaded, but it'll get there sometime, and then this will get uploaded right after, probably. So, Kelpo, why don't you break down the scheduling matchup here?
All right. So going into our playoffs for this season, we had Speak No Evil or Cut It Out, who got the first round bye for finishing first place, and then we had our second and seventh seed, Bloop versus WikiWill. And then it was going to be Eruption versus Requiem, and Zach versus Fuego. That was our scheduled first round, but unfortunately Requiem had to bow out due to health reasons, so WikiWill got moved up to 6th seed, and Omnic got brought up to 7th. So our actual first round was Speak still got the bye, and then Bloop versus Omnic, Eruption versus Will, and Zach and Fuego still played one another.
Yeah. So I don't really. It's been a week or two since I remember watching most of these games, so it'll be fun to rewatch them. I don't quite remember what happened, so let's jump into them. Whoops. There we go. And as requested, we have blown up the battle for you guys. So let's hop into this one. This is Will, and is this is Eruption.
That's Eruption.
Yeah, this is the Rain team. All right, let's see how this goes. Mute those sides. Oh.
Yeah, so standard lead from Eruption. Great tech on Slowking to get rid of the rain.
A little surprised he didn't just chili, but maybe there's a reason. There might be a reason for that later.
I think Sunny Day is better when you're trying to slow down Vicious Rend.
That's true. That's a good point.
I think I'm sure there was a calc where Terra Water Rend in Sunny Day was probably didn't 2-hit KO something.
Oh, that does so much damage though.
So,
but whittling it down, and that's gonna kill. Yeah.
So Eruption made the mistake of using a move that wasn't Vicious Rend the first time that Brambleghast switched out. So it was important that you just start pressing the Vicious Rend button, because you don't have something with Water Absorb, or Slowking and Primarina are both more on the special defensive side. So if Sunny Day isn't up and your Terra Water Vicious Rending, then you're probably just gonna 2-hit KO it, even if it's defensively invested.
Yeah, especially if it's Terra banded, and he doesn't. This team is not particularly fast. I don't know what Will's other mons are, but running banded here, I mean, just because of the Melmetal, probably smart here.
There wasn't really anything. You could have brought Chiyu maybe, but Chiyu to this matchup would have been rough. If it's not Terra Chiyu, so there wasn't really a lot of room. There was, I will say, Terra Pikachu was on this team and could have been brought, so
would have been good. Could have told you that was coming out.
Yeah, I think
in my opinion, when you get behind, like you are clearly, unfortunately, Will, I think you got to make a couple of plays to get back in the game. It's a nice play here, though, to get the Grass Knot, obviously. I feel like Grass Knot is everywhere in this game.
Yeah, I like sacking the Slowking. I don't think there was anything
Fake out.
worth swacking. Now here, I will say, I know it's a 30% chance.
It's not 30% on Showdown, it's like 50.
I I don't think you ever go for U-turn fake out. I think when you're in this position, you have to double into uh just anything else. You can't,
Well, I think
because
at this point you got to go to Sandy and click Bolt. It's a nice play here to
yeah,
get the Toxic off.
Yeah, but once your low pony is paralyzed, I don't think there's a way back in, really.
It's pretty tough. Melmetal
Whereas,
could, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember its set. Melmetal at this point.
it was a Terra Grass with acid armor, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, okay, there it is. Which doesn't beat the Latios ever.
No, not really.
It can beat everything else. It cannot beat. Although actually with Terra Grass, I think it loses to Hurricane Zapdos if it was running it. I don't.
Bramblegas doing some pretty good work here. It looks like it can do. Oh, Power Whip miss stinks. Does it matter? Oh, he gets a wish off. I hope that doesn't matter in the end. Oh, he dies, so it didn't matter. Oof.
Yeah, that's probably specs.
Yeah.
Although I guess it depends on the Melmetal.
Good swap on the Sandy Shocks here. I just don't know what you go into. Latios is just so free.
Yeah, at this point you don't have either. You don't have your fairy and you don't have your
Leech Seed. Oh, he doesn't even have Leech Seed. Maybe.
Does it even learn Leech Seed? I don't know what Bramblegas does.
Pretty sure it learns Leech Seed. I mean, Will's done a good job bringing this back here. You have to just take the rend. I think you have to click Fake Out here. Yeah. His only chance was to click Fake Out, I think, or have gone this right away. But
even if the issue, I think, is even with the Fake Out, even if you kill Vish right here, I don't think you.
Maybe I think it depends. You have to get a really good double, but I think if you go. You get the Fake Out. Let's say it kills. You sack to the Lottie. You bring in Melmetal and you click double Iron Bash. Pelipper comes. Yeah, it's tough. You might have to click. You might have to just double right out into Sandy and get a. You have to get a couple predictions right. Latios was so tough there. But,
yeah, there was a line to get back in. It was really tough.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can fault Will for not taking it.
Yeah.
Just because there was a lot to consider, and I think I feel like while Zapdos is up, I don't think you can ever press a move on low punny. I think you have to you have to know, because you can't, it's a mega, you can't run pads, so you aren't you are not allowed to click contact moves while Zapdos is up, because as soon as low punny was paralyzed, the battle went from hard to unwinnable.
Almost impossible. Yeah, it was tough. You would have had to really play well in the last bit to get out. But well done, Eruption. The rain didn't really do crap for you, which is always funny. Lottie was obviously a good, great mon here. So good stuff. Congrats, you made it to semis. Let's hop into the next one. If I remember, this is our Omnic who's crept in versus the Terra Nightmare Bloop team. Well, let's I know who wins this one, but I don't remember how.
So
I love the Obama snow just right at the beginning. Do you take a CC? Oh wow, you eat a CC.
I didn't realize that Mega Obama Snow was this bulky.
It's fat.
But its typing is so bad, it never feels like it is.
Yeah, I mean, if it's one of those mons that can take a super effective hit, not terribly. A 4x super effective fire type, not so much. But that was great. Don't see that very often.
It got rid of. I mean, that was huge for this battle.
Yeah,
Even though you give your ninja battle bond,
I think it was worth it, but he just goes water here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Classic
yeah,
bloop, and here's the salt cure. God, so stupid.
yeah.
It's so good.
There isn't a ton. I mean, realistically, because I feel like I don't know how much Serena does with a power whip, but I don't know if it 2-hit KOs at +2. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. I don't know what the Serena is that it was. It not? It might have been offensive.
I feel like it has to be if you're.
Man, this Goldango was a really nice utility set.
Yeah, Blue brings Thunderwave. I think on.
Oof, that does a lot of damage, though.
I think he's brought it on Goldango more than he hasn't.
Yeah, it was. That's like. Oof. I'm surprised it did that much damage, but I guess it's a heavy mon. It's not defined.
With Serena paralyzed, this King Gambit can't really. I mean, Landorus checks it, but with the chip you're getting on it from the other Landorus, I'm fairly. I like this is Sucker Punch range, even at -1. I think it's still Sucker Punch range.
Probably, but I mean, you just click U-turn here. Oof! You got boots? Oh, he's Terra Dirge, isn't he?
No, I think it's Terra. I mean, I think it has the ability to be Terra, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Thunderous gets Terra'd.
Yeah, that's tough. To not click to bring no boots on Dirge, that just eliminates it, man. Terra, that's tough, especially if you were clicking U-turn here.
Yeah, Serena, you have to keep Serena alive.
It's tough now, though.
It is, but as soon as it's gone, Gambit just wins the game by itself.
Ooh, unless you go, a little hack back. There you go. Thundy doing some good stuff. It's got to be that. I wonder if it's.
I mean, Thunder just has to carry this
Scarf,
from here.
Yeah.
Your Landorus just not strong enough to really.
Terra Water, okay.
Scarf
Terra
just Water,
King Gambit just win here because it just feels like King Gambit with knockoff is just gonna do.
Oh yeah, no, there's.
He's got to be Colbur. He's got to be Colbur Berry. Nope. What was the item? Oh, leftovers.
It was leftovers.
Oh. Yeah. Classic Gambit moment. I think if Omnic had been Colbur, he won. He killed with a Torch Song, and then you died a Thunderbolt. You're at 100%. You might not win, but Thunderbolt does do a ton of damage, especially if it was specs. But
I think it was scarfed because it outsped the Cinderace.
Yeah. So classic King Gambit and Garg, Bloop's two best mons all season, carrying him for the win. So good stuff, Bloop. Omnic, glad you got to play in a playoff game, but tough one there. That was a rough matchup for you. When the Thunder Wave started coming out, that was pretty much a game over, I think.
Yeah, looking at Omnic's draft, I don't know that there was much else that would have helped. Webs doesn't really do anything. There isn't. Yeah, there isn't a ton that breaks Water Garg on this team. You would have had to. I don't know. It's rough. I think you had to keep. You would have had to have been specs with the Thunderous, but it was Scarf, which I understand. It makes sense.
Yeah, and with Terra Water, so you outspeed Lando every time, and then Cinderace.
Yeah,
I get it.
But I also wonder because, if it was for that, I feel like Terra Dirge would have been better at dealing with the Landorus than a Scarfed Thunders. And there may be other things I'm not considering, but just looking at the 6 that were each brought, it to me seems like the better call would have been you Terra Dirge into something that resists the Landorus, and then you can use that to sort of force in the Garg, and then at that point you could swap between your two potential Terras and wear it down. But it's a rough. I mean, I feel like most teams have a really rough matchup into Bloop's team. I mean, he only lost once, so I think that speaks to how impressive the team is.
That's good. Yeah, well done, Bloop. Omnic, thanks for filling in and jumping in. Bloop, good stuff. Really good win here. We'll jump into this is the third quarterfinal, even though this was played after the semifinal. And here we've got Fuego and his non-Terra Eliki versus Zach and his Terra Hydreigon. So let's, man, that is a nasty 6 here to deal with.
Yeah, it really, Eliki looks like it can do a lot versus that team, actually.
He's gonna get rid of Swampert and you're good.
It's gonna, well, yeah, but then your Terra Ground Hydreigon, and also, I mean, realistically, the only thing that Eliki is doing this match is being faster than Beedrill, but even then, I feel like you just, like, Orthworm just hardwalls it anyway. I'm so sick of seeing this thing get brought. It's so bad.
Let's watch. I want to see if it gets a kill. I'm sure it does. Tough lead here. Oh, he swapped out. Is it not Mega Vina?
He was probably. I mean, he was expecting the swap. You never stay in on that.
Yeah.
There's no reason. You're gonna, even if you don't predict the grass move, you don't want to get toxic.
A little bit of crit.
Yeah, there isn't a ton on this team that.
Ooh, that is especially defensive. Man, Zamazenta does just so many things.
And it has such great coverage. Like, I don't think I think it offensively checks everything on that team.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Psychic Fangs is good here, and obviously you have. I don't even think I knew that Tauros was one of his Terras.
Doesn't even do half.
Man, this Swampert is doing just a great job here.
Yeah, and your Orthworm's gone, so suddenly Beedrill just gets to come in every time and U-turn.
Yeah, that's tough. Helix 16. Who stole my name? I came in and left.
Oh, that wasn't one of your alternate accounts.
I don't have an alternate. I have an alternate account for WPF dual duels, but that's I don't have anything else. Oh, well, here comes Seed Protect. Well done. And man, Zach's playing really well.
Yeah, again, your Earthworm's dead, so Beedrill gets to swap in for free, and you can't. Eliki's so frail, you can't switch it in. You have to bring it in on a.
That's so scarfed, yeah, and the -1 just made its flip turn do so much. Beedrill's just clicking a U-turn for free. Here you go. You rapid spin get a kill here? Yeah.
It does.
But I feel like Hydreigon
just comes your Hydreigon and
your blast. Oh, EQ! It's physical. Love it.
Wait. Ground Hydreigon did it?
Mold Breaker.
Did it? Oh, wait. I'm dumb. Yeah.
It was Mold Breaker. It was a good bring by Fuego. He clicked full switch. And Eliki didn't do anything.
Do a lot. At least explode.
Yeah, I would have exploded there. But, hey, Zach, really, really well played there. Fuego, I thought that was on paper, looking at the teams that were brought, that was a tough matchup for you, for sure. I don't remember what your team had, but it seemed like maybe you just didn't have many answers for the...
Well, his answer to a lot of things was Orthworm, but he misplayed it really hard, so the match got a lot harder unnecessarily.
Orthworm's not even... Zamazenta, Hydreigon, and Volcarona are all really good against it. Like and those are some of his top mons. So that's a
Yeah,
tough
well,
bring.
I mean,
I
you
think
couldn't
you
have
could have just
brought.
used Tauros as the check for Beedrill, but just helmet intimidate is such a great combo. You take 4 times resisted to the U-turn. I mean, you could have. I think that was probably the play to deal with it. And if it clicks drill run, you probably survive and you kill it with flare blitz. I mean, but hey, it happens. You live and you learn. Any last thoughts on this one? I just thought Zach played really well.
No, Zach played a really clean game. I mean, just looking at Fuego's other picks, there wasn't really a ton that could have helped against the. I think if Tauros was like full defensive to punish the Beedrill and
Yeah.
possibly the Zamazenta, I think that would have played a lot better.
I think he should have been
think,
full defensive, intimidate Rocky Helmet was the play.
I probably would have not even brought Eliki and just brought like a Wish Pass Screamtail to keep your Tauros and Orthworm healthy, to potentially look for maybe like a Shedtail Drill Sweep angle, because with the Moldbreaker, you just get free EQs. There's not really anything on Zach's team that wants to swap in on that.
No, you're definitely right.
I mean, I guess, like Rotom Fan is the only thing that would actually be immune to it, but even that's like, that there were so many better answers for that. So I don't know. It felt like there were some forced errors in prep, but even if those have been taken care of, I think Zach just played a better game.
Yeah, I do too. So it happens. Sometimes you just miss. But hey, good job, Zach. Good win. Fuego, good stuff on having a good season here. And then we'll hop into the first semifinal that was played the first week of quarterfinals due to everybody being gone. That was Bloop and Eruption, which is a little bit of a weather war with the Abomasnow, and then interesting with the common water Terra Garg. So this will be, I know who wins, but I don't remember how this one goes.
The Terra Water Garg just completely eats this team alive. Outside of a Specs, Thunder, Zapdos, Terra Water just it's so unthreatened by everything on that team.
I don't remember. Does Purifying Salt only work on status moves? So like if you got Toxic Spikes down, would it get hit by Toxic or Poison? I don't remember.
I don't play enough Gen 9 OU to actually know.
Yeah, well, top end. This is I do think this is a little bit of a tough matchup. Pharaoh is actually pretty decent if he ran some goofy like offensive, because this is the only thing you have to worry about is the Pyroar, and you have decent Pyroar answers. So let's see how it goes.
You mean Cinderace?
Cinderace, same thing. Oof.
I love the Cloud9 Altaria. It's
great. Altaria has been, I was talking this with somebody else in another server. Altaria has been like a big pickup for a lot of people. It got so good, with the Paldea decks. It was great there. I think people are starting to see it got pretty good value in national decks too, especially at the point price.
The instant swap into Pelipper just to go right back out because you just can't get your rain up.
Yeah. It does get it up. It just doesn't work for that second.
Yeah. It's just it's still just funny to see the interaction. So Ferrothorn's at +2 now, because Florges can't threaten it, and
Other ball's gonna do. Ooh.
No, it's gonna do all of nothing because this is a defensive Zapdos, which I mean, it tanks the hit and it gets the static off. So that's kept you from getting 6-0'd out the gate.
Oh, U-turn. You pads? Maybe it's pads.
I would hope it's pads.
Here comes Assault Cure.
Yep.
Has no one heard of Covert Cloak?
I have been losing my mind watching people just not put that item on anything.
You literally wall this Mon. Any offensive Mon into this can just take Clover Cloak and set up and win. You can't do anything. Oof. And I mean, Salt Cure on this team does so much with all the water types. Steel.
Yeah, people. I mean, this is what I've been saying about, and I've pointed this out in some of the matchups against the Rain team too. Is people just aren't adapting well enough to deal with a very obvious strategy. Like, Salt Cure is gonna get brought. Like
Is this it?
It's too good not to bring.
Does it just win from here? I think it does.
What's killing it? Your Overquill is like Overquill's doing 21%.
Yeah, it's got to be a like a Moonblast. I don't know.
Moonblast isn't doing anything to it. It's a Florgus.
Hey, Florgus has a 112 or whatever it is. Special attack's pretty good. I just think it's just not offensively. Hey,
but you're not. Well, yeah. But you're not offensively invested, and you're toxic Salt Cure. You can't beat it with Wish. There's just no way. Like this Terra Water. Yeah. Wow.
Bloop, your team is so annoying. It's good, and you're playing it really well, but it's so annoying. Just cruising through here, man. Whew, quick one. Honestly,
I mean, we knew what was going to happen looking at team preview. You get guards set up, and the only way you beat it is, I think, if you were, Covert Cloak Zapdos with Thunder in the Rain.
Or Covert Cloak, Pharaoh with offensive Power Whip or something.
Curse, yeah, just go Curse Pharaoh, and
that's one of those where if you had Pharaoh as a Terra captain, you never do that because.
No, it's so bad. It's so bad for any matchup that isn't this. It's so bad.
Yeah, but it's that's tough one. Eruption. Still, hey, you made it to semis. Really good stuff this season. Bloop on to finals. I guess we'll hop into our last one here. We're cruising through these today.
This last one, it didn't anger me, but I was so I was so fucked off when this worked. This goofy,
I know what this is.
This goofy set worked out, and it did. I was so upset.
I know what this is. I remember it now. Just on the preview, Moltres, just another Moltres carry.
We're gonna talk about that Moltres. I'm so mad.
I mean, just looking. Superior's got a rough matchup on 1, 2, 3. It really doesn't want to do much here unless it's Scarfed. It doesn't want to take a knockoff, and it doesn't want to take a Blaze Kick if he has it.
Well, I think you have to bring Superior, whether it has a good matchup against everything else or not, purely because without it, Tinglu just kind of sits there and.
Well, yeah, I guess I just don't know if Tinglu. I would assume he's running specially defensive for whatever Hydreigon comes. I would assume Zamazenta.
Or if Volcarona also.
Yeah, and Volcarona. So you just go close combat. I wonder if Howl Zamazenta would have been probably really good here. Actually, Howl Zamazenta after if you can get.
Well, does Body Press not do more because of its Ruin ability? Like +1 Body Press probably does more than CC.
No, CC. Tinglu's Ruin ability takes down special defense.
Oh wait. Never mind.
CC offensive CC with the 120 base power over the 80.
Okay.
Even if it's got like special, it just does so much damage. But yeah, I mean, you bring Howl. I would have brought Howl, Stone Edge, close combat, and then Filler Fire Fang or something maybe. But we'll see how this one goes. I know how I do remember this one now.
I'm never gonna forget this
But
battle.
I thought Zamazenta would have had a decent hand. Let's see. Oh, I wish we get the Mega Says, man, that's team is. That's no why you don't flip turn. Or set up rocks. Oh, it's agility.
Oh my, this.
I mean, it's one of those. To be fair, had he just clicked flip turn 1, this doesn't work. He's in a world of hurt there.
Yeah.
Oh, surf. Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
The things that happened for this battle to go the way it did,
But why? I mean, Zach, I'm never in my wildest dreams have ever clicked.
But you're not nasty. I mean, even if you were nasty plot, it just didn't matter.
Well, you just never click sub. You never click sub or setup on Tinglu unless you have taunt. Subseed, subseed. Oh, glare! You're risking the biscuit. Oh, you survived.
And is that even an offensive? I don't think it is.
No, it's specially defensive. It's the classic specially defensive set. I mean, you couldn't let him get that off. Oh, see, that was. I'm surprised you could have killed there. But you didn't want to reveal the tech he had.
I mean, we don't know what. I could easily see that being like sub Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, and then like Grass Knot or something.
Yeah, it could have been. You're right.
For the Swampert, so maybe you didn't kill there and you didn't want to risk the Leaf Storm.
To be fair, the Superior did some decent things. It got shipped down, forced a sub chip, took down this basically. I mean, why this is
doing? I mean, we're just it's just you're never denting this thing. It's so fat.
Yep. Here comes
so okay, good.
Close combat ice punch.
Wave crash, or I mean anything. It's
it does a lot.
Nothing left on the team wants to take a move from. Oh, the rest though.
Yeah. Rest, sleep, talk. Always unaware. Uh-oh.
Yeah, suddenly you don't want Tangela anymore.
He said he put the wrong ability. I thought he would have had this for like set up Palafin or Zera. Yeah, that's tough though. Now you're wasting a lot of moves here.
Yeah, I mean, good Moltres switch in. You're gonna take the Leech Seed healing, and it's not an offensive Clefable, so it can't really threaten you with its own setup.
Tangela really just has a field day from here on, because you don't have anything I think to hit it with a. That was good to get it off. If you're gonna take a seed, he's gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
Jimmy Cooks.
Doesn't.
Oof.
Which. Yeah, the poison jab over the U-turn. That was
nice
smart.
Play.
And now he U-turns with.
Unfortunately, the rocks are just here. I don't know what is defog, unless it was defog on here. Those rocks are going to be an issue.
Yeah, I don't think the Hydreigon was defog. I think we've seen. I think its last move was flamethrower.
Probably.
Yeah, you gotta give that.
What's gonna do a lot? Oh, I was saying that's gonna do a lot of damage here.
I mean, I think you need your Beedrill to get healthy again.
Yep. Quick poison jab again. Yep. It's all right. You take that. Click it again. Risky.
Well, okay. Actually, I say that. Well, I say that. U-turning was the better play, because if he stayed in on it, then you could have, then Palafin would have gotten a free swap.
Yeah. Flipturn's not doing anything this time.
So just so we're clear here, this is a Morning Sun sunny day agility.
As we burn up.
Terrifier burn up.
I wonder if that was a roll.
I don't know, but the fact that it was that close, that was so risky to do that, and
there's no priority.
The battle's over now. You live on 2% in this Mickey Mouse set of Terra burn up with no other moves, and it just that was so heartbreaking to watch. Like, you had it.
I wonder what the roll was on the. I wonder if it was a low roll, because Zamazenta does do a ton of damage.
No, it does. This was so tragic to watch. It
Oh,
was,
tough one. Tough one, tough one,
but
tough one.
so I mean, and now we're going into the first two seeds, which, by the way, Bloop's only loss this season was to cut it out.
Uh-oh. That's not good for most. I think most people
Well,
don't like the rematch when you've won.
Well, so I will say, after it was decided, I did go back and look at that match, and Bloop only lost because he misplayed really hard. Like he threw completely. Like he had the battle. So even though Bloop lost the first time, I would still favor him in the rematch. However, this Moltres has proved to bail cut it out out of just about every scenario you can think of. So you can't count either of them out, I don't think.
Yeah, this is. I'm just thinking, like, looking at their teams, or remembering the teams. Terra. Terra Water.
We can pull up the roster and look at them.
Terra Water. Where is Blue? I wish they were right next to each other to make life easy. Yeah, Terra Water Guard is actually pretty good here.
Yeah, outside. Although when they played, Vanillux, Tangela, and Lapras were not on this team, which I think makes Terra Water Guard a lot more manageable. You get you have a para trapping Lapras. You have I actually think Covert Cloak Tangela could be really scary.
You're gonna run a Violet because you don't take much from the salt, and then you just Giga Drain for a ton of damage no matter what, or you
Giga Drain, Leech Seed, yeah.
You regen, so I don't even think you need it. If you're gonna run the Covert Cloak on something, I would run it on Lapras.
Tinglu maybe?
Or Tinglu, yeah.
I will say you also have the Goat Vanillux, which also de-incentivizes Terra Water Guard. So I definitely think that it's going to come down to who adapts better. I think I don't know if either of them will be studying the last time they battled, but I think the dynamic is different enough.
I don't remember Bloop bringing Lilligant very much.
I think he brought it to that battle. I actually don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely new matchup with 3 new mons.
Yeah, although I will say Lilligant's matchup with Tangela now on the team, I think, is still dicey. You don't want to.
Well, Moltres was always dicey for it, but it is great, and I mean great against Tinglu, Zeraora, and Palafin. Just because you get the victory dance becomes so, and it's pretty good against Neolego. If you get a victory dance up, Tangela and Moltres are really the only thing stopping it, or a full defensive Scissor so you little chip, and you might be able to win that with a little against sweep. But I mean that's easier said than done. You have to find them on to take. You can't take a fire attack, you can't take flying at all, so you can't do it in front of Moltres. Vanillux can't do it in front of Tangela. Might be the only one. You just got to get it chipped.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a really interesting battle. I mean these two are obviously it's not a bold claim to say that they're the two best.
Yeah, they were first and second for sure.
Yeah, but I would say that both of them. I'd maybe argue that Cut It Out cheesed a few more with the Terra Moltres, but I mean both of them still have played an amazing season, and I'm very looking forward to that rematch.
Yeah, this will be good. I'm excited to see how this one goes. I think they both are all probably promoted, but don't quote me on that. No one promises promotions. So this will be fun to watch. It'll be a good one, Pride here, and it's a pretty interesting matchup on paper. So I'm excited to watch this one. I don't know if anybody has a huge advantage that I'm looking at. I just see a glaring Mon that can just steamroll with little effort.
Yeah, I definitely think. I mean, you have to watch out for uh, the Hisui and Lilligan. I think I mean, King Gambit's King Gambit, so
Well,
that
Bandit
with
Palafin's
Eric and
pretty solid, but
Bandit Palafin, definitely. You once if you get some chip on the rotom, it's you don't really have a switch in anymore.
that's why
Although,
Obama Snow
although
is here. We've
out-
learned.
Obama Snow, we have learned, can be brought and can be effective. So,
Obama Snow's.
uh,
I mean, Moltres, if it's physically defensive, which I would assume it would most likely be physically defensive or some sort of offensive variant, does not switch into blizzards well. Like it just doesn't switch into blizzards well. So it's, and then also offensive. Mecha Obama Snow's not bad. I am glad to see it, having some success, because I think with the the snow buff, I think we kept it at 6 points. It's been a good value pick.
yeah, no, it's physical defense. The snow buff is, I think, the only reason it was able to take the CC.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's definitely a bit more of a threat than it used to be. But
I say Bloop, just just analysis. Bloop, I feel like I remember Bloop doing the most with his low points in Altaria and Obama Snow. But that's probably just recency bias. I know Tangle has been good for Cut It Out. I'm trying to remember anybody else
they've been bringing Tangela the past few weeks since they've picked it up. They've brought it more than at least I was expecting.
Well.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for this matchup. I think it's gonna be a good finals. Even though we haven't really had any upsets this playoffs, I think our top two are dynamic enough players that they're gonna bring some interesting things.
Yeah, it'll be good. So, any final thoughts before we cut this out? Well, we already got the still image. The the hand drawn bracket. It's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll need to. Well, okay.
See if I'll throw some mods on there.
I'll get some really pixelated, stretched out JPEGs and slap them on there when
Perfect.
I post the announcement.
Perfect. Yeah, send it. Yeah, send that picture to Geo too, and we'll get that as the still frame. It'll be perfect. All right.
Awesome.
But hey guys, well, maybe Kelpo and I'll figure out something special to do for finals, like a live watch record if we can make it. But we'll definitely review that game. So really good season. Looking forward to the end of it. Any final words?
Just a shout out to everyone from this season. Those who didn't make playoffs. I think I enjoyed the season a lot, and I hope to those of you that aren't promoting, I hope to mod for you again next season.
There's no way they let us do it again.
Sure. Oh, come on. The initiates are our children.
Yes,
we have adopted them.
They're my infants. My old ass and their young exuberance, except for hysterically. But he's my favorite child. So, all right, guys. Really good stuff, and we'll catch up with you guys here in a week. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.